All right, in our Biz Blitz tonight, time to blitz the rich. Illinois Governor Pat Quinn adding what he calls a millionaire's tax to the ballot in November to encourage, actually would discourage a lot of folks, but encourage Democrats to come out and vote. Back with our all-stars. Steve, what he's talking about here is a 3% surtax on millionaires. I think the income tax in Illinois is 5%. This is making 8%. He said that he would take it all back in a few years and rescind it. I don't know of many taxes that are ever rescinded once they're in place. But what do you think of that?
In politics, temporary means permanent. And the only time that it hasn't was in New Jersey, where Chris Christie forcibly took a temporary tax and rolled it back and beat the legislature when they tried to veto it. But this is just Illinois going down the California grease trail. If you take the word grease and translate it into English, you get Illinois. And they have wrecked their pension system. They are driving businesses out of the state. Then they come up with these incentives to try to keep big businesses in while driving small businesses out. It's a treadmill, and the people of Illinois are losing, which is one reason why I think Quinn is in deep trouble politically.
You know, Mark, I think they're not all that far from Detroit. So I'm thinking you certainly realize what's been going on there, to not repeat the sins and maybe to wake up and address your unfunded pension liabilities. But I guess not.
Well, there's a reason why they don't have to. The Democrats have a supermajority in the legislature. Yeah. So they've got the suffering economy, as Steve had said. They are struggling through that. And so what do they talk about? How do they mobilize? How do they try to improve their chances this fall? But to mobilize the base around, this falsehood that started in 2012. Part of it is the state parties are pulling the 2012 Obama, campaign playbook. And they're looking at it and deciding, well, our economy is a wreck, so how do we rally the troops?
I always find it interesting to both of these gentlemen's point out how creative the left can be when it comes to raising money. Not at all creative when it comes to try to reining it in. But this tax on millionaires, of course, that's not super creative. It's been there, done that, and mixed success with that. In fact, in Maryland, when they tried something pretty similar, it didn't raise nearly the revenue they thought. In fact, it raised less revenue. So where is all of this going?
Well, it's a non-binding referendum question, so I think it's really more of a political stunt than anything else, more like a public poll question. But I wonder if the referendum question includes some information about how sometimes small businesses are subject to individual income tax codes. So the question here is really, do you understand tax policy? When you tax something, you get less of it. You get fewer millionaires in your state. You get fewer small businesses. You get less income when you tax income. So raising the income tax on people regardless of their income level is a bad move, and states do so at their own risk.